New legislation signed by Alabama Governor Ivey will allow Briarwood Presbyterian Church, Briarwood Christian School, and Madison Academy right here in Huntsville to set up their own police forces. The officers will be certified by the Alabama Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission. The bill permitting this was originally introduced in 2017 by its sponsor, Senator J.T. Wagner. But the bill was brought to a halt after passing both the House and the Senate that year. Governor Ivey did not sign amid public criticism. The state of Alabama has given the authority of an institution to designate officers to some private colleges, but never to a church or an organization that's not a school. We sat with Representative Laura Hall, who reminded us that there has been a lot of talk about police and firearm presence in Alabama schools.
If you also follow us during the legislation or during the legislative session, there's a lot of attention brought to having access to guns and individuals having guns on campus and security. So it was presented in that type of atmosphere.
The new bill says training is required by the state in the use of non-lethal weapons. It was said that these concerns are rooted in the increasing numbers of mass shootings nationwide. The church and respective schools can hire their own officers rather than being assigned officers by the school district based on proximity. These officers are authorized to make arrests if a crime is committed on the campus. Each year, more schools hire school resource officers, or in this case, private officers, to secure their campuses, which causes concern among parents and students.
It gets to be a common thing. It's like school doesn't open unless the officers are there. And that's because our society has changed, and there are some other things I think that we should be concerned about. What kind of impact does that have in terms of that prison, that pipeline from school to prison? How is that impacted by having them? But that's a conversation outside of protecting the well-being of students.
Putting the Valley first, Sydney Stallworth, WZDX News.